Hello, hello, how you doing? Salut. I am the Rasta Witch. Here's where we learn the way of the Yan Sui Rasta, which is to say, my kind of Ital. Please subscribe and begin your own kind of Yan Sui witchcraft. All roads lead to Rome. Home. Okay, we today are doing the medicine wheel. We are doing the Wheel of Fortune. Most decks call it the Wheel of Fortune. Today, we will look at the Wheel of Fortune card. The wheel is a common image in all cultures and history to mean the impermanence of the year. From winter to spring to summer to fall, when the year is seen as a wheel, it becomes natural to celebrate the solstices and equinoxes. Day and night, month to month, season to season, year to year, decade to decade. The hip bone connected to the shoulder bone connected to the femur bone. Dang it. I always mess that song up. The wheel expresses time without end. Ancient calendars, therefore, have also been circular. Today we know the round Earth spins around the sun, as do all the planets, and the sun and the Milky Way galaxy and the galaxy in the universe. The wheel is a symbol expressing all of these things. Both Buddhism and the Yan Sui teach reincarnation, the cycles of life and death, more specifically for the Yan Sui, progressive reincarnation. Science teaches the same, saying things don't just die, they change. From the skin of the earth, what we call dirt, we are born, then back to the dirt we die. Our aura, called our soul, moves on as an energy proportionately to the new vessel. Astrology, or as it's called in Hebrew in Job 38:32, literally means constellations, but also has been translated garland of crowns. In Greek, it was zodiakos kaiklos, meaning cycle of animals, ta zodia, meaning little animals. Obviously, where we get our word zodiac, the zoo in the sky. Like it says in Isaiah 47:13, the astrologers will save us from the things that shall come upon us. Astronomy and astrology has always been and continues to be a powerful understanding. Learning the zodiac, the zoo in the sky, with Taurus the bull, Cancer the crab, Scorpio the scorpion, etc., saves us with understanding as the wheel turns. This is why it's called the Wheel of Fortune, or the medicine wheel. In one spot on the wheel comes good fortune, right? This implies everything in between is elsewhere on the wheel, including death, winter, and night. Let's look at the cards a bit closer. So here in the Sephirot deck, we've got the goddess Fortuna. It's a holistic look at everything. We've got all the different zodiac signs around it. And I like this, that there's like feet all the way around it, so it walks on feet. It's got all the different seasons. It's got day and night. Now if we look at the Thoth deck, we have Hermanubis the ape, See right there? Hermanubis the ape, who is unstable, brilliant reason. And on top, we've got the Sphinx, which is intelligence and balance. And then down here, we've got Typhon, holding the Ankh of salvation and the hook to snatch up the soul. Let's remember the scroll that both the high priestess and the high priest holds. If you don't know what I mean, you can watch my videos on the two cards. Anyway, the scroll said Ator or Torah for the law, Tarot for the tarot deck, and more importantly it said Rota, meaning will, the wheel of fortune. This is because it's all one and the same. Tarot, zodiac, the Kabbalah, it's all really just the wisdom of astrology and astronomy. The wisdom saves us from that which shall come upon us. Through the wisdom learned, we can take opportunity, taking charge, making changes and choices by the awareness of the wheel's cycles, balance, evolutions, illusions and insights, the metaphysical and the mundane, the quest, the journey of the fool. Melding past knowledge with modern knowledge. I think it's tragic our society breaks people into two or more groups of gender to define a person, when it's infinitely more accurate and revealing to group us all into astrological groups. You know so much more about a person to know what their zodiac sign is. You know a lot more about me if you know I'm a Taurus Gemini cusp than to call me a trans woman. Gender tells us little that is useful to understand an individual, but it takes time and much effort to learn the zodiac. So I guess people are lazy. The planet for the wheel of fortune is Jupiter, the biggest planet in the solar system. And the planet of number 4, Kesed, and the Sephiroth. The final and it's for the 4 is the final number in the tetragrammaton. It's all part of the wheel. And the corresponding Hebrew character is Kaf. No, that's not Kaf. That's Che. Where's Kaf? Sorry, that was Che. That's Kaf right there. The corresponding Hebrew character is Kaf, meaning the palm of your hand. Eventually I'll do a video on palmistry, how to read palms. That's another great way to get to know someone, better than gender, where they were born, their name and skin color like we do in our misguided society. A lot of people don't know Bob Marley, from the time he was a very young boy, was big into palmistry. It's truly all about the medicine wheel, the wheel of fortune, you guys. The wheel of life, Rota, will support you when you feel your life has become stagnant. It may appear that nothing is changing for you at the particular moment, but the wheel turns without ceasing. The fortunate change will come eventually. Give it some time. Stay firm or you're going to be worm, like Peter Tosh said. Meditate on change and impermanence. The wheel reveals a run of good luck, a rewarding period when everything seems to flow well, an advantageous turn of events. You are blessed with perfect timing. Fortune is smiling upon you. I remember when I was younger, I would stare at the clock at work, counting the minutes before I can leave my job and go home. My life became so much better when I realized work is a part of life, but so is all the other parts. When I stopped counting the minutes and learned to enjoy my work, life became so much better. And suddenly my time at home seemed sufficient, and the weekend seemed so much longer. Maybe it's time to start dreadlocks. Maybe it's time to buy a new book, start a new or improved workout, buy a new tarot deck, learn a new talent, skill, game, or sport, a new language, a new goal. Truly the will save us from that which shall come upon us. Life's medicine. I read a book called The Medicine Wheel by Sun Baron Waboon. It's one of my favorite books I've ever read. It's about Native American astrology and the medicine wheel. It reminds me of like the Rainbow Warriors. If you like on my video, the Chariot card. The Rainbow Warriors, the people are divided into 4 different groups. That's part of the medicine wheel. You know that there's the red people, the black people, the yellow people, and the red and the white people. You know, and that someone from each of those groups will come, and they'll be the Rainbow Warriors to fight for peace and more holistic lifestyles, helping Earth and the Earth's problems. But in the medicine wheel of the Native American, there's there's the 4 corresponding peoples, there's the 4 corresponding herbs, the 4 corresponding medicines, the 4 corresponding things like that, the elements, fire, water, air, and earth. Okay, one more thing. Let's look at the chart. Okay, the medicine wheel, the Wheel of Fortune pathway, connects number 4 Kesed to the archetypal mother goddess it connects number 4 Kesed, which is the archetypal mother goddess, to number 7 Netzach, the feminine side of the lower polarity. Netzach is the victory of feelings. So the wheel connects feelings to the feminine side of us. No, it connects feelings, which are the feminine side of us, to the archetypal goddess below the abyss. Feelings to the higher feminine concepts.